Hey, it's Dwayne Bennett with 365 Live, 365 Live, the worry to winning solution. I'm just going to do a little something with this light a little bit, kind of bright in my eyes. And today is Sunday. So you know what we usually do on Sundays? It's going to be moving around a little bit to just the light. I thought I had it great. What we do on Sundays is we stop, right? We're turning the page on our week from last week, right? And we're I'm going to reflect over our last week, maybe make some changes and some things of that nature that we had to do. I know this is probably tripping you out because it's tripping me out, right? Let me get this straight. With my lighting, I should have took care of this before. I thought I had it squared away. So this Sunday, right, we're going to stop. We're going to reflect. And this is the thing. We're going to reflect over our last week. Then we're going to pause for a minute, see what things we did well, things we didn't do well, and then perhaps do some tweaking for next week so that we can have a better week. And I always like to give a real world example of things I talk about so that we can really be on the same page. So for me, I was in Orlando, Florida for most of the week. And if you've been with me, you know that most of the time was spent in spiritual rejuvenation, spiritual filling up my spiritual tank, my mental tank, taking some time to relax and look over things as I move forward to the end of the year, right? And I was there, beautiful, beautiful time with my spiritual father, my spiritual grandfather, my spiritual father, Bishop Daniel Robinson Jr., spiritual grandfather, Apostle Thompson, Leroy Thompson, and I was always also with 16 men from my church, and this was a great time to be around men. It's always good to be around men, iron sharpening iron. It's always good to get a new, fresh spiritual word. It was always to be at a relaxing place. It was a resort. It was a golf course, beautiful golf course. I showed some pictures of that. Animals, wild turkeys were out there. I saw some wild turkeys, some storks, some crane, fish, a lot of greenery. And we're in Orlando on Universal. We're on Universal Boulevard, which of course is International Boulevard, where all of the what you call them, all of the attractions, Disney World, all those things in that area. And it's a great time to relax, spiritual, rejuvenate, reflect on some things and see what I need to do for the rest of the year. So that's the same thing you do. Look back over your week, make an inventory of the things you did, see which things you did that were good, some things that you didn't do that was not as good, and make some tweaks. I think I did a pretty good week. I forced myself. I was with a friend of mine. We forced ourselves to not do much, because both of us are doers and both of us are constantly going, and both of us, we just like, man, I just can't sit down. I can't sit down. And I think 2 times we're about to get out, and we made ourselves, no, just sit down. Let's go down and get some coffee. Let's go down to the back of the resort and just chill out for a minute and talk and make ourselves just relax. So that was kind of hard to do, just to slow ourselves down. But both of us needed that, and we were able to do that. So I think I did that all right from that particular time. I didn't do a lot of work, right? I really didn't do a lot of work. It was hard. I didn't do a lot of work, but it was a few things I should have. I could have made a couple calls. I think would have probably made me feel a lot less, not stressed, but better about taking care of some business. I think it's a good space for the light. So I'm going to have to add those things on for next week. But overall, I think I did things well. Next week, just do planning, do some better planning, because it's Thanksgiving. I'm serious. I'm kind of like, it snuck up on me a little bit, but it's Thanksgiving next week, so I got to do some things to get ready for Thanksgiving, to help out my wife, help out my mom, those kind of things. And I could have taken those things, did some things with those a little better. So I got 3 days next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, get my work in. I got some things, I'm looking at my desk. I got some things lined up on my desk. Gonna get those things knocked out so I can relax on Wednesday and relax on Thursday, and probably half a day on Friday. Then get some things done on Friday afternoon. From there, maybe do some things Saturday around the house, because I'm looking around here, need to do things around here. Then on next Monday, flat out rolling between now and Christmas. Some things I got some meetings I got to take care of, confirm those up. I got some things I got to write on my desk, some things I got to write up. I think I got one maybe engagement left. I'm not exactly sure. A lot of times speakers take off the full month around this time because most of the activities for the companies, corporate America, all of those things are kind of shut down. People don't do a lot of training, so it's a good time to if we can regroup. So I'll be taking it down some, but I got I got a major new project I'm working on to get that squared away, get that started off. So I'm gonna finish strong in terms of my planning, in terms of building my momentum, in terms of having things lined up so I can go into 2020 ready to go, flat out rolling, and then I don't have to just wait till the new year to build up my momentum. All right. So what do we do on Sundays? We stop, we reflect, see what things we need to tweak, what things we didn't do well, how we can make our next week better, and then go get it. Get some rest, right? Get some rest tonight. Go to bed a reasonable time. I'm saying get some rest and start out early in the morning because I'll be ready to go. All right. So I always like to give an example of what I talk about. So what do we do on Sundays? We stop, we reflect, just like in a book. Remember I told you I make the analogy just like a book. At the end of each chapter, there's always that space at the end of the chapter. And that's the space that I'm saying we take the time to reflect and look back over the previous chapter, if we will, so we can remember the things that we're going to be thinking about as we go forward in the book. And it's the same thing that we do with our lives, and then we're ready to go forward. How does this help us? Once you do real good planning, it really helps to take away the stress from you. A lot of times, stress comes because you just don't have proper planning. So we can get this planning right. That takes us off where the worry side, right? To get this planning done, because the stress, not knowing what's going to happen, not knowing what our schedule is going to be, then that causes us to worry. But when we stop, reflect, make some tweaks, make some adjustments, then we plan, then that puts us on the worry side. All right, so this is Dwayne Bennett, 365 Live. We move from worry to winning, and this is Sunday. Stop, reflect, tweak, go forward, plan, and I see you what? I will see you on the other side.